From a safety point of view, I strongly recommend having a cutaway on your camera helmet. Flying camera increases the possibility of having a line or a riser snagging on opening. You can mitigate the risk of a snag by adopting a good body position for opening. We'll talk more about that later. However, the risk is still higher and the consequences more severe if you have an entanglement. So from my point of view, a cutaway should be mandatory on a camera helmet. The cutaway should be able to be operated with either hand. If you have a cutaway on a full face helmet, you have to be careful, because if the cutaway is for the whole helmet, if you have sunglasses on under your helmet, you have to check whether or not the helmet's actually going to go or whether it's going to get stuck on your sunglasses. So regular practice of emergency drills is a good idea. Having a camera helmet with a cutaway will result in changes to your emergency drills in the event of an entanglement. If your camera helmet is entangled with your gear, you should drill to cut away the camera helmet before carrying out your normal emergency procedures. You should visualize this until it becomes second nature, because in a high-stress situation, there's not always time or mental capacity to think as clearly as we would like. You should also be able to touch the cutaway consistently with your eyes closed and be aware of all the positions it could potentially be repositioned to if there's significant force acting on your camera helmet through an entanglement. However, on a well-fitting camera helmet with a chin cup, the cutaway should not be able to change position significantly, so it should always be easier to find. I'm going to talk a little bit about the canopy choice for a camera flyer. So there are several canopy types that open gently, which can reduce the impact of opening on the body, especially on the neck. And this is when wearing a camera helmet. Canopies such as the Spectre or Sapphire are often used. Likewise, using Dacron lines, which can have some elasticity, can soften the opening shock. It is possible to jump a high-performance cross-brace canopy when flying camera. I do. However, I recommend being very careful with your packing if you choose to do this. Make extra effort to pack for a soft, on-heading opening. I rarely use packers, even if they're offered, because a hard or off-heading opening can really strain the neck when wearing a heavy camera helmet. Obviously, twists can be more complicated when wearing a large camera helmet and can increase the risk of snagging the lines on part of your camera helmet. Jumping a high-performance canopy means you're more likely to have twists.